Hi everyone, it's Kate. Welcome back to my channel. Mm, a lot of things are happening these days in my life, and a lot of them, like, um, it's or me reflecting more about what's happening to me, or just more circumstances that are happening around me and with me. Uh, in personal life, I see the huge change, how it helps me, this transition from thinking about myself as a victim and positioning myself as a victim into a creator, because I'm talking to one guy now and I like his vibe, how he respects me and how he gives me space and time, to communicate in my own pace. And at the same time, he's aware that I'm a refugee and all of that. I think he's rich, but I do not know for sure. Um, it's just the way he talks is really calm and peaceful and, respectful. I enjoy that a lot. So I see the huge change in me that when when I was building relationships, I was always positioning myself as like poor me concept. And it was through my speech, like how I was talking about myself, that I'm constantly busy, that I have a lot of problems and this and that I need to solve this and that issue and all that. But now when I talk with him, he's like asking me, how are you managing and all of that. And I'm first of all, I'm calm inside, and it's different feeling altogether. I'm trying to convey how does it feel in like the difference between me as a victim and me as a creator. It's like I'm more calm. I am more uh, appreciative towards myself, like my efforts, what I do, and how I'm doing it. I'm more respectful, and uh, I'm not putting my problems up front, like talking about them. I'm talking more about what I've done and how I have succeeded in this and that. And the difference is huge, to be honest. It's like small tiny thing. The reality is almost the same. It's just the way I talk about it. And it's not the same. The way I talk about it is changing my reality, because when I was focused only on my problems, when I was focused only how difficult it is for me, I was like putting that message out there in my personal life, in my friendship and all that. But now when I transform the way I see myself, the way I think about myself, the way I talk about myself, people start to see that side of me that I was neglecting and I was hiding, like the creative side of me, the side that is actually powerful and capable of things. Sorry, it's a small fly here around me. Summer is in the house. Yeah. And this is in personal life. In friendship, it's also like a lot of, like conflicts, but it's not like conflicts, it's like situations that create that appears because I start to perceive myself differently, not from the position of victim, but as a creator and coach. So the difference is that I am able to say no in a calm and peaceful and respectful way, even though people who are close to me and who are like my friends and friend-ish, they I see that they behave themselves. Like, for example, yesterday was a situation when one of my friends, she started demanding from me things, like by default, because I'm a friend, I have to do that. And she actually was vocal about it, like I had higher expectations towards you and I'm disappointed. And then I felt really not nice, but I still was able to, in the moment, to say no, I'm not going to do it anyway. It's about you and your expectations. When before, because it's a friend, like because it's someone close, usually I like let go of things like that and just, yeah, it's important for her, let's do it. But in that moment, it was so not convenient for me. I just didn't want to do that. I didn't feel like doing these things. And I was able to say no in the moment, not afterwards, not address it like afterwards or talk about it afterwards, but in the moment, because I finally felt that no matter how does it look from the outside, this is the way I feel in the moment. So, and today I was able to say like, hey, it made me feel not really nice, and I used like me message kind of way to talk about it, and it made me feel in a certain way. I was thinking about this in a certain way, and in the future I would prefer, if you want to in the future I would prefer, if we talk, you first ask me if I want to do that, then you just instead of just forcing me to do things and then like putting the blame on me that I didn't do that. So yeah, and I was like, maybe after that she will not. So before that I wouldn't even talk about that, because I would have a fear that she would not be like a friend for me anymore. Like, it sounds kind of childish, but it's there, and I know a lot of people think the same way. So, and I had this fear, but I was like, no, my feelings are more important than like this semi-friendship. Because if I ignore my feelings, it's not real friendship anymore, and the issue will still be there, and she wouldn't even know that I feel this way. So I have to be honest about this, and I have to talk, because we are like co-authors. She's not better than me, I'm not better than her, we are equal, and we have like this equal communication. So if she was feeling that way, to express her feelings in the moment and telling me things like she had high expectations and all that, why I do not feel that equal to tell her what I feel about that. So I spoke to her, and she said, funny enough, that our fears are so huge, but still I gave her this window of opportunity to say like, okay, then let's not talk anymore, and I accepted that inside already. But later she came back to me and she said like, thank you for the feedback, and I need to process it, and I will come back to you and I will let you know what I think about this. And I think this is the best example for me personally in my life, that we have to be honest about how we feel, because this is how we build bridges between us, and we are able to find real communication. But when we hide our feelings, when we think that it's insignificant, it creates bigger distance between us, and resentment and guilt and shame and all of those feelings. So, and then we wonder why it's not working, because of tiny small things like this. Actually, they matter, and they make a huge impact and huge difference. So yeah. And also in my work, how I perceive my work and how I think about my project and what I do. So when I stopped thinking about myself as a victim of circumstances, like because I don't have much time, because I have this and that, I have so many responsibilities. I found those excuses, like the reasons not to do what I feel, what I want, what I think is important for me. But now, once I accepted the idea that, okay, this dream is inside of me, so I have to accomplish it, and I have to give my best to accomplish it, at the same time, this perfectionist in me calmed down, and I started acting more, and my actions became less perfect. But at the same time, while I'm doing this, I think, like with every step, I think how I can make it better. And this is the healthy way for my perfectionism to get involved into the process. Sorry. So it's not holding me back from acting at all now. It's helping me now to make the next step. Like, for example, I think how I can make my YouTube channel more interesting and more entertaining. Although I'm not an entertainer at all, I think like that about myself. At the same time, I understand that this information that I'm trying to send is valuable, and it's important, and it's healing, and it can help people like it helped me. But people don't have that much time, so I have to find ways how to how to squeeze important information in a small amount of time, at the same time make it reachable, so people can actually hear me out and I can convey the important idea. So this kind of thinking that I have in my head now. At the same time, about my Instagram and the content that I create there, I try to make it concentrated and useful, at the same time interesting. And it's a huge thing for me because like I said, I'm not an entertainer. I'm all about how important it is, how useful it is. Like, it has to be very effective and all of that, not about it has to be with fluffy puffy things to entertain you. But I understand that it's important for to bigger amount of people, because not really many people would sit down and I do, even if I don't like the speaker, but I hear that information is useful, I will still continue listening, and I will put myself into a position the information is important, it's valuable, it doesn't matter what I think about the speaker, I know that it's the essence and I need to know that thing. But not many people will do that, so I understand that, and I'm trying to find the ways how to make it more spreadable for a bigger amount of people. Yeah. So this is how one small transformation from thinking about myself as a victim into thinking about myself as a creator transformed 3 big, huge, important areas of my life and started shifting my reality. And I just wanted to share this with you, so you see, and you can go through all of my videos and you will see how it was happening randomly, but I was going into that spot, and I'm still going, and it's crystallizing with every day, with every step, more and more and more, and you might find it helpful for yourself as well. Thank you so much, and see you in next videos.